Good afternoon and welcome to the Wrestling Report. My name is Stephen Fairbairn as always, and I am here today with the Nightmare Cavero, also known as Josh, and for ease, rather than me call him Cavero, as I do with all the other guests, I'll use his real name. So Josh, thank you for coming on.
Not bad, mate.
It's been a long time in the planning. As you can see, yet again, I am not in my normal studio, I'm in my living room, which is why it probably sounds a little echoey in here, but it is what it is. What I want to do before we get started, Josh, if you don't mind, is I just want to give a quick shout out, even though I haven't got the sponsors up on display, just give a quick couple of shout outs to the sponsors that I normally have for the show, which is Valves and Vibes, Motors and Campers Company. It's a friend of mine's company, up and coming, got a Facebook page. They do folding tent roofs, like the lift up tent roofs for Land Rover Defenders, not Discoveries as I usually say. They'll do custom on that, they can fit them in-house, do all the interior for you. Very good company, well worth it. And also check out Insane Competitions, which is a pay-to-play competition site, again owned by me mate, very good competition site. They do 50p draws up to much bigger draws where you can win like AirPods, Xboxes, PlayStations, things of that nature, Meta glasses, all that kind of thing. Check them out, they're on Facebook, definitely worth a look, you never know, might win yourself something nice. Right, now I've got all the shilling out the way. Josh, if you don't mind, just to open up, what I'd like to do is just get a bit of background on you. As I've said to you off camera, I don't generally do a lot of research because I like to find out a bit more naturally.
Yeah.
So what I want to do today is just find out with you, how long have you been wrestling? How did you get into wrestling? Obviously I know we spoke about it, but for the benefit of the camera, regale, tell her, how did you get into wrestling?
Right, so into wrestling. So basically, worked at a mobile phone company, and my team manager says to us one day, "Oh, I'm starting on my wrestling company again," and I was like, "He didn't have a wrestling company." I said, "I did." So he sat and he showed us the old pages. So it's Main Event Wrestling, Dan Fitch.
Right?
It was me TM.
That's random, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. And he sat and showed us everything. So it was shows where he had like Christian Cage, D'Lo Brown, various other guys coming through. And I was like amazed that wrestling was this close to us because I couldn't find any pro wrestling. So I did kickboxing, jits, MMA for 5 years or something before finding wrestling. And then I just said to him, I remember I was stood by the vending machines with him when he was telling us, and I went, "So how do I get into this?" And he was like, "Oh, you just do this, you just come to the show." I went, "No, how do I get into wrestling?" And he looked at us and he went, "Come to the show, wear black vest and combat boots and combat pants, and I'll put you as somebody's heater." And I'm going, "What the hell's a heater?" Because I didn't learn any of the lingo. It's a manager, basically.
Yes.
So I was like, right, no bother. So it turns up the show, Innisfree, and he put us with Adam Christ, give us a little mask, which was like, it's like a biker mask, but it had a skull on.
Oh, I know what you mean. I see them,
And then we went from there. So the first match I ever had was me and Adam Christ versus Ligero. And Ligero was at the time probably he was the best high-flying wrestler in the country.
Wow.
If not one of the best overall wrestlers in the country.
Wow.
Simon, he's called.
Not too familiar with him, I have to
No,
I've heard his name, but I'm not too familiar with him.
And then that leads to the next part where the name came from. So basically, up until the show, they were going to be calling us Caviar King, which I thought was really cool. And turns out it translates to something not very good.
You'll have to tell us that.
I'll tell you that later. Roughly it translates to something that you don't want to happen to you. So I was like, alright, okay. So I had to change it, and then it kind of just stuck with Cavero and went from there. So, and then, had the first match, and then went to start training at Full Tilt.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had your first match before you'd done any real
Never
training?
been in a wrestling ring, never been in a...
Bloody hell, that's wow. Because the thing is, I mean, obviously, as I've seen you off camera, obviously you've got a bit of a background in combat sports, and I did a little bit. I've never had a fight in my life, but you know, I trained for a lot of years because I enjoyed UFC back in the day when it was very popular, which is mega popular. But you know what I mean, like Jackson, Chuck Liddell,
the good old days.
The good old days, exactly. When they were proper superstars.
Yeah. And the fighters, not.
Well, that's it.
Not
Nowadays, I don't even know who's in it. Paddy Pimblett, maybe. But no, I had getting into it then, and I never ever wanted to be a wrestler because I knew I'm not athletically gifted like that. But the amount of people you speak to who've got backgrounds in combat sports, like, I don't want to use the word real, but you know what I mean, like
legitimate
shoot
fight.
that's the best way to put it. Yeah, the amount of people who've got that and then move into pro wrestling is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it because you speak to them and you go, well, what's your background? And then you've got other people who you would never put as a wrestler. And they're doing the same thing and they look convincing and this, that and the other. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind us saying this. Somebody like Ryan Ace, walking down the street, I wouldn't think anybody would look at him and say, you're a pro wrestler. No. Yet I think Ryan Ace is fantastic. I think he's really great. He's such a great talent, like all those guys. But I would say that's the good balance that you have in pro wrestling. You have people like yourself, you know, who have got a background in combat sports and then move into it. And then you've got somebody like Ryan Ace who perhaps, I don't know if he does, but I don't, from speaking to him, I don't think he does, has moved in. And I mean, you know, from his personal life into wrestling is completely different, you know what I mean? And I think that's amazing. But yeah, I love that, you know, you've actually gone in such a almost back way of doing it. You've gone, had your match and then went, right, I should probably stay this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just classic me, you just jump into it and see how it goes, and I'll be honest, it went awful. Like, I had no idea timing or anything, so at one point there's a bit where the guy was being strung up on the middle rope and Adam's distracting the referee. And I didn't know what to do, when in reality I should, so I went over and just stood next to him and looked at him like this. Keep in mind I'm the heel, and I'm going like this at him, and then he goes, hit us, and I went, alright, and didn't know how to do it.
Did you not throw a work punch at that
Not
point?
at that point, I just punched him in the neck.
Oh my god.
That wasn't great.
But he felt wonderful after that.
It was, yeah.
Oh, I like that. But no, I mean, when was you, and obviously you class that as your first match, so how long after that was your first match after you'd done some training?
So we ended up with the Full Tilt Academy, which was basically off the West Road at the time. We used to go down there, it was in a rec centre. We'd go in, set the ring up, and training on a Sunday was like 7 hours.
Oh my god.
That was great though.
Wow.
So, build the ring, cardio.
Right.
So that was your running, you have all that jazz. Then you do your ring, you do your drills, then you'd learn a bit. And then you had to put matches together, but they also did promos and...
So they taught you all the...
Yeah. And the mad thing is, so Big Chris was training, head trainer. It was Mickey Emberson, who was a good worker. He's from... it's a place, it's outside of Newcastle, and they say it's got its own ecosystem. I can't remember where it is. It's like a valley. I'll remember it. Once I start shouting out a random place later in the interview, when I remember, oh, that's that one. And then we had another guy, Sean Stoom Avery, who is listed on Wikipedia as one of the trainers of PAC.
Oh wow, right.
And also wrestled Daniel Bryan, or Brian Danielson.
Brian Danielson back in the day.
Back in the day. So basically...
That would be like ROH era, or just before
that.
Wow,
before
right,
ROH,
right.
when he was touring the UK.
Right.
He wrestled Stoom, and the actual match was for Danielson to win.
Wow.
And towards the end, he says to Stoom, you take the win, it's your crowd. So Stoom has...
Was he called notable in the ring to do that? Wow, right.
Stoom has a win over Daniel Bryan, and he won't let you forget that ever.
Quite the claim to fame.
It's not a bad one, like it's not of all the people to beat.
Mania headliner and all that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So probably 1 or 2 months worth of training, to be honest with you, before I got told I was going into a battle royal and winning it.
Right.
Out of the new group of everybody, so I think that was like 12 or 14 of us. And then...
Were you nervous? Do you still get nervous?
Yeah. depending on how I'm working. Yeah, so this is my thing. If I feel comfortable, so when I was working at MEW and Rapid Action and places like Valor,
Indeed.
When I felt comfortable, I wasn't nervous, I was excited.
Right.
And they would go, oh, you're going out to work, this guy, or it's this kind of match,
Indeed.
or we've got a crowd of this much. And I'd be like, yeah, cool, we'll go out and do it.
Aye.
When I was elsewhere and I felt out of my comfort zone,
Right.
I'd shit the bed.
Really?
Oh, massively. The nerves would get cut over, I think, too much.
I do that. Yeah. Well, when I did that first show, when I first met you, when I was announcing, I'd never done anything like that. And you mentioned before we got started, the walkout.
Yeah.
I will never do a walkout to the ring ever again. Because that ruined us.
Why?
Because I had to look people in the eye. and I'm not good at that. Anybody who knows me, I struggle, especially in big crowds. You wouldn't think it based on the stuff I do now, but when I walked out that day, and I had to watch the video back, mate. Honestly, I want to be anywhere but. You know what I mean? It's unreal. So I walked out and then got in the ring, and then had to compose myself. Whereas I don't know if you noticed, but the second show I did, I announced the ring. I was open from being in the ring, you know what I mean? I didn't want to walk out. I couldn't. I don't know how you do that. To me, is the most daunting bit. Walking out, because you're walking out blind. You don't know who's out there.
Because it's not. I've got it in my head. It's not me doing it.
Right, that's fair enough. Like a different character, right?
Soon as people are going, who do you think he is and all that stuff. But soon as the music hits, I'm not Josh anymore. I'm Nightmare.
Yeah.
And then whatever he does is on him. So if I went out, so Valor, I had my first match for Valor was in Sweden.
Oh wow.
And I'm debuting top of the card as newest member of the New Age Clique. And I walked out, and there's probably about 600-700 people in this nightclub.
Bloody hell, right?
Great venue, by the way.
Big crowd.
In Malmo.
Well, yeah.
Huge in Malmo. And I walks out, and I nearly slipped on the stage.
God.
Nearly slipped. Now, Josh would have been like, oh my God, I've ruined everything.
Yeah.
This will be a big chance. I'm in Europe. I'm top of the card. I'm in the knack. I'm blah, blah, blah. I effed it. And I didn't. I just went, oh wait, and cracked on with it.
Did you keep it in character?
Yeah. I just had the ability to distance myself from it.
That's amazing. So you've got like the separation almost where you can do it. Do you know, it's funny you should say that, and I never told you this. You know, the last show we did at for Rapid Action where I announced it.
Yes.
And I missed the finish in your match.
Yes.
Because, well, I just didn't see it coming because it happened so quickly with this submission finish, wasn't it? And you turned around and went, dude, yeah,
yes. That wasn't me shouting that.
That's exactly the point. Exactly.
I thought you would bring that up. That wasn't me, but...
I love that though, because later on we were talking, and it was as if that guy never existed, exactly. And I love that, you know what I mean?
I mean, in that one, I think tensions were a bit high, seeing as the referee decided to take about 4 hours to crawl.
It was a long time. That's why I missed the finish, because I was talking to, was it Mark, who was running the merch deal, and I was talking to Ryan Rude, and you were mid-moment, and then all of a sudden the bell went, I went, what the fuck happened, you know what I mean?
There's after we put him in the chicken wing, when he's out anyway, he's unconscious anyway, so put him in the chicken wing, I'm shouting, ref, he's out. Troy, my best mate, sweet Troy, he's shouting, ref, he's out. Half the front row is shouting, ref, he's out. And Dean still crawled over. Now, granted, he got powder in the eyes, so he was selling it, so you kind of followed on that.
Oh, there's no blame on anybody. I just missed the finish because it happened so suddenly.
But, and I'm like, this is my first title defence, how I used to go smoothly. Nicky, who when I was working him, and he was like, we'll do it this way, I'll sell it, it'll be great. I was like, oh, you know what, mate, thank you very much. Make us look like $1 million. It
was a good match. It was
decent enough. The finish was a bit to be desired, but then when I was like, ref, do your effing, announcer, do your effing job. Then I got backstage and I'm like, oh, it was probably a bit mean.
No, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I meant to speak to you about it that night, and to be honest with you, I think we just got the kids and that being there, you know what I mean? Well, our families and that being there.
You'd be surprised though how many people take stuff to heart. Like, at the end of the day, like we've used before, we're putting on little pants pretending to have fights. Saying things to get the people who've paid money a bit more invested. And why did you say that about my hair? It's like,
because I want you to hate me.
Because it's not real, mate.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not really that guy in the ring.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You said you're going to kill me. Well, evidently I'm not. Because it's not real. I'm like not actually even going to lay a finger on you.
I know it's coming a bit of that.
It's just going to look like I am.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Do you ever find though, I mean, off the back of this, because I think it's such a funny thing, I think, because you're such a nice guy, you're such a personable person, and you're very approachable, which I found from the first time I met you, because people wouldn't think of it, I haven't known you that long. And do you ever find people, like, because obviously back in the 70s and 80s and whatnot, people didn't know kayfabe. You know, they just thought the wrestlers were the people who were playing. Like, Sergeant Slaughter was really Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan was really Hulk Hogan, you know what I mean? They weren't the people you thought, that you know, they're not really those people that got families and friends and lives outside of it. Do you ever find you get to shows where people are forgotten that?
Oh, 100%.
Do you, even now?
100%.
Oh, that's so bad.
So, here's example.
Tell stories is what we're here for, yeah?
The last show, right? I won the title.
What the show Where you been?
Just where we've been.
Ah,
Just
right,
where
okay,
we've been.
right.
When I've been when I took the belt off Iceman.
Off Iceman, yeah. Got you.
I got the belt off Iceman, defended off against Nicky, right? So I've got Harper with us.
Yes, well, my daughter was sitting with your family.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Harper, 5 years old, first wrestling show ever. Absolutely loved it. And the venue is really close to my house. So we're driving home and we'll stop at the pizza shop. So when I'm stopped at the pizza shop, keep in mind I've got a 5-year-old with us. There's 4 of the fans coming out the shop who've decided, one of them who, I don't want to, there's a disrespectful way of saying this, not, I think he was a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic.
You get them.
Decided to hit us with one of the inflatable bats.
Oh, the things all the kids have. Aye.
Now, right, inside that show, no issues. Yeah. Launch a glass at us if you actually really want
people were hitting you constantly.
Exactly.
Be
prepared that if you do that, something will happen. But do it. But when I'm outside with me kid, don't do that.
Agreed.
So anyway, I go in the pizza shop, I come out, he's then giving it to the little kid.
To do the same
thing.
Right.
Who's it is. So I took it off the little kid and ripped it up.
Understandable.
His mates then started on us, and I'm in a position where I'm going, right, I've got 2 options. I either have to leave this place because of Harper, or I've got to start swinging fists at people.
With Harper,
and I really don't want a dad doing
definitely
this kind
not.
of thing.
Yeah, definitely not.
And then the dad came out of the shop and he was like, what's happening? I'm going to rip your kid's bat up. Why? And I tell him. But people who are sober and understand the business and understand the disconnect between work and...
Well, that's it. It's a job.
And it is, yeah. Work, character and real life, mate.
Indeed.
Versus drunk people who evidently don't.
Yeah.
That's never going to go right. So I just had to go, you know what, yeah, use win, set yourselves away, bye.
You just take yourself out of the situation.
Well, I had to because she was 5 and she was already scared because when we came out, when they were hitting us, she was saying, Josh, I'm scared. That's what really got me.
Oh, really? Oh, bless her.
She's had a lovely night, but she's tired by this point, and then all she sees is her dad.
Well, that's it. She was bouncing all right. She was mint. She had a great time, didn't she?
She just sees her dad getting hit with something outside of a shop. But there's no... People don't have the thing to be able, after the event, to go, was I in the wrong there? It's just, he's a no.
Well, you weren't in the wrong. There's no way anybody who thinks you're in the wrong in that situation doesn't have kids.
The only way I would have been in the wrong there, in my mind, is if I actually hit somebody.
Yes.
So...
Well, even then, it would have been the wrong thing to do in the right situation, I think.
Yeah.
That's the way I would look at it, because at the end of the day, I know how I am with my kids. I've got 3 daughters, and I would defend them to the last breath, you know what I mean? So I understand
The problem is, though, and I don't know if you keep this bit in or not, I'm still on a licence for GBH.
Right.
So I have to be very careful because I made a stupid mistake, which nearly got me locked away.
Oh, wow, right.
And if I do anything like that again, I would be away for the new sentence plus the extra time. So
you don't want to take yourself away.
That's 2 years at least.
You don't want that.
It's not worth it. It's genuinely, it's not worth it.
And you wouldn't think that people would think about that. You know, people don't think about people's situations in lives. They don't know. You know, yes, you're going out there playing a character. Yes, you've got your daughter with you. They don't know what else is going on in your life. You could be going through. Well, that's it. That's the worst part. And I think that's where you see these things like, you know, in the big shows, as it were, in WWE, and I hate using that term, but they're the biggest game in the
course, it's the way you want to get to if you're a wrestler.
Well, this is it. Look at the likes of Joe Henry and people who are finally there, you know what I mean? But I mean, you see, like Seth Rollins and over the years, Stone Cold Steve Austin have been attacked, and yet the other guys in the ring have had to break character to save them from fuck knows what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing, like, if you compare, what you're doing is you're acting. You're an actor and something, right? Imagine if Steve McFadden was on the EastEnders set and as Phil Mitchell and someone runs in and whack him because he didn't like what he did to Peggy Mitchell.
That's it, yeah. Because it's ridiculous. Yet Barbara Windsor would be like, what are you doing?
How stupid is that when you actually think about it?
Well, that's it. People don't get... You know, this kind of leads into something I've mentioned quite a few times. When people go on about wrestling and the stigma attached to being into wrestling. Even now, you do know it's fake. No, because I'm a fucking idiot. Because I haven't figured it out in 40 years.
What? Like guy did, so hold on, a bloke electrocuted somebody's testicles with a car battery, and then next week he came back about it.
And he was fine about
It's
it.
fine. Two 20-stone blokes punch each other in the face,
Dropping each other on their heads.
Yeah, it's not real.
Honestly,
the Undertaker can't bring dead bodies back.
Can't fly and shoot lightning out of his fucking hands.
That's crazy.
But no, this is the thing, honestly. And then I started a new job last year, beginning of last year. So I'm currently here, and I won't mention any names because they might see this.
Yeah.
And he had said to us, "Were you into wrestling?" And I used to be, when I was young, I'd be like, "Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about." But now I'm like, "Yeah, fuck right, I love it." It's my favourite thing in the whole world. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. This is why I'm doing this. And he went, "You do know it's fake?" And I looked at him and I went, "What? Is it?" And he went, "Oh, you know, was it 45 years old?" I've watched it for 40 odd years.
I figured it out. My eyes working. I've got like over 50. Of course, I know
you know
it
what I mean? And this is the thing. In this 18, you go, "Nah," and then you go, "You do know Superman's not real," and they're going, "Aye." Like,
I'm gonna say these are the same people who have religiously watched every single Marvel film.
Of course.
And they'll have went and sat in the cinema and watched it, absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
At the end of Endgame, going, "Oh, I'm so sad, Tony Stark died." Well, he didn't, because one, he was never real.
Yeah.
And two, he's not dead. Because it didn't happen. Space-time worms are not fucking real, and you're an idiot.
It is, isn't it? But that's it. No.
Do you know what I mean? It's the biggest performance art in the world as well.
What's a live stunt show? That's the way I heard it described. It's the best way I've ever heard it described, and I can't remember who said it. Maybe Shawn Michaels or something like that. It was quite a big star who had said, a very big star.
Jericho said something similar.
It was Jericho, that's who it was.
It's a live performance with no safety net.
That's it.
One take is
what
what
you get. Jericho podcast.
You get one take to do it. If you're a movie star, you could do it 15 times perfectly, and they'll pick the one that looks the best for the camera.
You get one go.
When you're out there, whether you're in front of 50 people or 5,000 people, you've got one chance to do it.
Yeah.
And now the problem is half the crowd's looking to make for you to make a mistake.
It's awful, isn't it? Well, there's all those channels, and I won't mention the channels, but you all know what I'm talking about, YouTube, where they talk about you've made a mistake. The word Chris Jericho made this really good comment about it. He hates the word botch, and he's not wrong. You know.
See, I like them videos. I think they're funny because I've been on a couple.
Are you?
I had a rumble and Drake whipped us in the rumble and then just moved out of the way. So I was just running back and forward until I had to stop and then look at the hard cam and go.
So did you just like keep running thinking, don't know what the fuck to do? Yeah,
I ran about 3-4 times before I realised, well, he's off kicking somebody. He just picked us up and whipped us, and I'm running, and by the time I bounced off that rope, he was gone.
Wonderful.
So I had to just hit the next one and then just look around going, huh? And then like we made a laugh of it, but like I was like,
I love that.
Howard, mate.
Well, that's up there with the Samoa Joe walkaway spot.
Yes.
You know, when they're on like the top rope and shit, and he just walks away. That's got to be the best spot in wrestling at the minute. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Well,
and then he's just like, fucking Joe's just like, fuck off, you know what I mean? But no, I love that. Leading into that, because obviously we mentioned quite a few professional wrestlers of what again, I don't like these, but you know what I mean, like bigger names. Yeah. So who, I always ask this of the lads and lasses that I've had on, not many, I've only had one woman on so far, Bella Blood, thank you for that. Hopefully we'll get some more women on soon, because I don't want people to just think all I do is reach out to male wrestlers. That's not the case. I'll have anybody who wants to come on. But leading into that, I always ask this question, and it's a little cheesy, but bear with us. Favourite wrestler, favourite match. Doesn't have to necessarily be involved in that wrestler.
So I couldn't pick one. I'd have to pick two wrestlers. Right. Well, no, actually, wait there.
Do you know what I mean? I've got a handful myself, so I understand.
Right, here we go. So, if somebody said gun to head favourite, probably CM Punk.
Okay? Right, nice.
Not so much now. Mainly CM Punk during the summer of Punk.
Right, so back
that
to
era. Yeah, that era.
Let's dispute that, like.
Lesnar, when he was the next big thing, when he was first coming up, that run that he had from debuting after Mania.
When he killed Spike Dudley.
Killed Spike Dudley, killed Al Snow, killed the Hardys, killed Hardcore Holly.
He did,
all the way up to and past winning the Undisputed Championship off The Rock.
Right.
All of that era, and then when he was the face of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
To the point where they named the game after him. Here comes the
game. It's the best SmackDown
game. But he's... Somebody says, right, describe a wrestler.
Yeah.
It's him.
If you make a creative wrestler,
you want Lesnar.
Yeah. That's a damn good point, actually. Yeah. And look at how well he transitioned to like real like fighting.
Well, exactly. So he's another one. bit of an outside the shop, but on my list. Dan Severn.
Awesome.
Love
really
Severn.
underrated as a pro wrestler because he was more known as obviously
He was
a
a
fucking
superstar.
killer one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Came around the wrong time.
He did.
If he had come around in today's reality era, because I watched an interview with him, right? So when because he was contracted with WWF, but he also could work elsewhere.
He was one of the few that could, wasn't he? Aye.
So he said he was wanting, like, his travel was like, he'd do Raw on a Monday, then he'd fly somewhere to do an NWA title defense.
Oh, was he NWA
He
champion back
held
then?
the NWA the NWA title on Raw.
I didn't know that.
Well, he came out with that, the super fight title, the ultimate title, and
Of course
the
he
heavyweight
did, man.
title.
Yeah, with that grey shirt on.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Came
Yeah,
out with
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Unreal. But he would do that. Then on Tuesday he'd do that. Wednesday he would go to a town and do a seminar.
Wow.
Wrestling, kickboxing, submission fighting.
And it was different every week.
Every week. Thursday or something like maybe it's not the exact days, but
Aye.
then the next day he would go and do either something like a police force training. And then Friday again do SmackDown. Saturday he might go home because he had a business like a cafe or something where he lived. Then Sunday again the pay-per-view. For the time he was there.
Okay.
And then the fact as well that the reason he ended up leaving was because they wanted to write 666 on his
Oh, I heard
forehead.
about this.
Oh,
And then
this
he
one
made
was-
him in the ministry.
He was like,
he was devoutly religious as
yeah,
well,
he
wasn't
was Christian. He was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
live in a really small town.
Yeah.
Like, if you do that, that's my business is ruined. And then Bischoff says to him, like, I'll give you $1 million to shoot on people in the Rumble. And he went, I didn't, but in the way that he speaks is so funny because he sounds like soft as
It was
bollocks.
quite well spoken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's got like
yeah.
a weird accent, but he's trying to put it in this interview, and he's like, yeah, well, I mean, who would stop us? Like, what they're gonna do? Send Taka Michinoku and I'll chuck him out. And then the next one, because then they can't stop the Rumble.
Well, this is it.
But if he decided he went,
If he wanted to win it, he's winning.
oh yeah, exactly,
That's as
exactly,
simple as that. If he wants to win it,
Exactly.
he's winning it.
exactly.
And nobody at that time could have stopped him. I don't think anybody now
No.
could stop him.
Well,
Brock Lesnar maybe.
well, no, Lesnar could because Lesnar's 50 and Seven's like 70, but
Is Lesnar 50 now?
close to. He's got to be in his
Jesus
early
Christ.
40s.
That's a point. Fucking hell. He fucking died 25 years
Well,
ago.
well, old now, mate.
Oh, God. Oh, I know. Believe me, I'm fucking 47 this year, mate.
I
Fucking
turned
hell.
34 on Friday and I'm feeling it like.
Oh, happy birthday. First on-camera birthday.
Hey. So I like that. So that's them three. But I mean, I was a big fan of Vampiro.
Awesome, right?
Loved Vampiro.
Not what I would have expected. I like it.
Oh, it was great. Not his Mexico stuff as such, but in
WCW.
So I only watched WCW because it was on Channel 5 on a Friday.
That's right. Yeah.
8 o'clock after Fort Boyard. Yeah, I used to watch the end of that.
Boyard.
Go on, this is bollocks. But the wrestling's on, and Vampiro was the one I really enjoyed.
It's a great looking.
Oh, he was phenomenal. I like Perry Saturn. I like all the Radicals.
Right.
But I'm starting to move further down my favourites now. At the top, CM Punk and Lesnar.
Awesome.
And my favourite matches, CM Punk versus Lesnar. Best versus the Beast.
Indeed.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank.
Awesome. The contract match.
When he took the title.
Awesome.
The whole thing
The
was...
storytelling in that
The
match
storytelling up to it was brilliant. Then they botched it when he left because they just gave John the belt back.
and he came back 2 weeks later.
Exactly.
No.
At least send him away.
He should have been away defending the title.
Should be.
Carrying the title at
Should
least.
have been.
Aye.
Send him back to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Send him on the
Imagine if he
indies.
walked out with a top belt and WWE didn't have a champion.
Exactly. But then now you could do that because of the core promotion angle. But back then there was still
Vince was so against it, wasn't he?
he was still denying wrestling existed outside of
Crazy,
WWE.
isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
So there's my favourite match ever though, Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17.
Really? That's awesome.
My thing
That
for
is
wrestling,
awesome.
I like pageantry, entrances,
I can't disagree with
characters.
that. I love it.
You've
The
got,
Sheik won that,
you've
didn't
got,
he?
yeah, he won that because he couldn't go
I
over the
couldn't
top
go on top rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you actually look at his entrance, he's walking on his feet. You can't see, but he's walking on the sides of his feet. Like
Is he?
Yeah, if you
Oh,
look
I
at
didn't
it,
notice
he's
that,
got
right?
lifts in like that as well, and he's on the side and he can't walk, bless him.
Oh, Christ. I was in a bad way for a long time. Aye.
Fucking bullshit. But I saw that one, like
Awesome.
stuff like that, and that's just why the Rumble's great as well.
Gobbledygooker was in that one.
Goldie Guga played by Hector Guerrero.
It was Hector Guerrero.
Hector
as well.
Guerrero,
Oh, yeah. Just let me
Imagine
check.
being that, how you go on the Guerreros and you get the call. Do you want to be a Mania?
You're
Aye,
gonna be
aye.
turkey.
Well, I'm going to dress you as a fucking...
Who was in the costume originally? So I'm just making sure this is still running. It is.
Pass.
I think it was him as well, you know.
Was it?
Might have been him as well. You know when it broke up the fucking egg?
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that was him. So I'll have to
So
leave that
Eddie-
in now because I kept
That's
speaking there, you
it.
know.
So Eddie is world champion. Gory, brilliant in Mexico. Chavo, world champion.
Hector
Hector,
was a turkey.
Turkey.
It's not a... Nah. He still had a decent career though, didn't he?
He's still Guerrero, like.
Well, leading off the Rumble, since you mentioned it, have you watched the Rumble yet from last night?
Yes.
What did you think?
Right.
I watched it this morning.
Right.
Finished watching
You
it this
finished
morning.
it. So when they were aware of the results.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. So, in the Women's Rumble, you can tell it's booked by Shawn Michaels because there's a kip-up after fucking everything
Yeah.
now. I counted it, there was 19 kip-ups in the
Oh,
Women's
fuck
Rumble.
off, really. I skipped through it, mate. I didn't even watch half the match.
And so going to the production side of it, right? You shouldn't have to have a voice clip before your music to tell the crowd who you are.
Yeah, agreed.
It shouldn't have to go, Lash LaRue, na 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 na, for you to come
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
Because when did it say Steve Austin?
Never.
Na, na,
That
na,
glass
na, na, na.
broke, you knew
Exactly.
who the fuck that
so
was.
granted he
Yeah.
had something, right?
Yeah,
but even Solo's music played and I knew who that was.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
The biggest pop in the Women's Rumble was Brie Bella
Yeah,
coming back.
dressed exactly like her sister.
I mean, they're
know.
limited in Saudi, like having to wear
Oh,
big
those
bands and
bodysuits.
stuff,
I
but,
hate them. I hate
They're
them.
it's ridiculous. But I mean, saying that though, 5 years ago they weren't allowed to wrestle.
That's
So
true. That is
they
true.
made a big
Yeah.
step.
Natalie Neidhart was the first women's match, I think.
So
wasn't
was
she?
I.
Yeah, yeah.
Aye. So that one there. Women's Rumble, crap, right?
Who do you think should have won it? I know who I think should have won it, so I'll see what you
So
think.
I don't watch wrestling much.
I'll watch
I'll be
more
honest.
than I used to.
Right. I'm the opposite. I'll keep up with it and I'll watch things like Rumble and Mania,
Right.
but I'm not that religious.
Since I started doing this, I've started watching a lot more, purely because I need it in my heat.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need stuff to talk about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
I don't know who's there. Who I was really impressed with was Sol Rucker.
oh, she was awesome.
That
yeah, she
that
was awesome.
flippy, jumpy
That
cutter,
move thing she does.
soul
like-
crusher, whatever.
Do you know the only thing I don't like about it? It looks, and this is me as a non-wrestler, the person taking the move has to dive into the move, and I don't like that bit because it looks.
RKO.
Oh shit, I'll take back what I've just said because I've just been
Flip pile.
That's a good point. Actually,
Destroyers.
aye, that's fair enough.
Most moves are the other person taking
Oh, I know
it
that. Yeah,
and
yeah.
how they take it.
I
You
don't
can
know
make a suplex look crap
If the other person
if the other person sandbags, or even has their arms in the wrong place.
That's fair
Their
enough.
legs go the wrong way.
It was just something about the move every time. I like it, don't get me wrong, I think it's a very impressive move. But there was just something about it was off. But, you know, since you put it like that, it's a damn good
See,
point,
I thought she was great.
Oh, she is great, yeah.
And it's probably because I ain't got a clue who she is.
NXT, isn't she? At the
Well,
minute?
so
yeah.
she was good. Rhea Ripley is an absolute star.
Without question. I
And
don't
then-
think they're booking her well at the minute.
Oh, Rhea. So I've just played I'm playing the game because we bought it because one of my mates made me on it, and
Yeah.
I had to download myself, net myself 100 out of 100 because I'm the best.
Of course.
And I've won every time.
I haven't
But
got them.
part of the storyline is Rhea Ripley going, well, I'm challenging for the title,
Right.
I'm challenging for the SmackDown title, and then I'm going to NXT and I'm taking their belt as
Nice,
well.
nice. Bit of a belt collector thing going on.
Well,
I
she
like
just
it.
does it, and you can't stop her. You have to play as that win the 3 titles.
Right,
As
right.
part of the career, as like the my rise bit. And you're looking at it again, it's completely far-fetched, but also if they had booked her to do this,
Everybody would believe it.
I would not, like, who was the was it Becky who had both the belts at one
Yeah,
point?
you've got your 2 belts, it was a whole thing, yeah. And she's tiny.
Nah,
But everybody bought into it.
nah,
Yeah.
boring. If Rhea Ripley did it,
Well, yeah.
I'd be like,
bigger than everybody.
Well, exactly. She's just, but she's a superstar. She's got that.
She carries herself.
She's got that charisma where you look at her and you go, yes.
She's been a star no matter what era.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
without question.
Whereas you've got people like, see, Charlotte Flair, great
bored.
wrestler, but I'm so bored of her.
Bored of her.
If she wins matches and then she's come back looking like is she even still the same person?
She's done a lot of, not saying anything, but yeah, definitely.
Friend
Do
of
you know-
mine was married to her.
Really?
Yeah, Tom.
Wow.
Yeah, Bram.
Oh God, yes. I
He's
forgot about that.
NWA world champion now.
Is he really, Bram? I didn't know that. Oh, well done, Bram. I did not know that. Wow, that's amazing.
Hi, Tom.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to watch NWA in this country. Haven't got a clue where it's even on. Is it YouTube these days?
Pass.
No, I don't even...
Facebook clips.
Well, that's it.
That's the way I found
Since
out.
Billy Corgan got a hold of it, I don't even know what
They'll
it
be
was.
away somewhere, but like...
Anybody knows, reach out, let me know.
Yeah, I just watch them on YouTube.
Is that like
Not YouTube, Facebook when it comes up.
Right,
and when I seen it, because I knew Tom was saying, he was like, been there a couple of years, and I know he was saying, this is the last thing for us. If this doesn't work, I'm done with it. Because he's had a few... You won't mind. He's had a few things. He was in and out, in and out.
Right.
And he went back and he went, but this is the last time.
Right.
And he's done really well. He's got a wrestling academy with his missus now and all.
Wait, where's he based now? Is he in the US?
In Knoxville or somewhere around like that area.
Bram, if you're interested, we can do a Skype or we can do a video call. He's vouching, you'll vouch for us. He knows us. I'm top lad. Please. Thank you. You don't mind us doing that?
No, he's got a really nice guy. We've only met him a few times, but when we got on really well and really like.
I remember him.
Nice guy.
Nice times.
Good wrestler as well. He's another one. You've got some people that you look at and they went, "What does he do for a living?"
Yeah.
And you would go, "Wrestler."
Aye.
Because he
looks like a wrestler.
Like a wrestler. He's about 6'4".
Is he that tall?
He's tall.
Christ,
Bigger than
is
me.
he that tall?
Bigger stand than me. And he just looks like a wrestler.
I like that, though.
It's not often that I find myself at this level as the small one in a match.
Christ, right, okay.
You
want bigger than a lot of the guys.
To be honest, that's the only reason I get on shows, mate, is because I look slightly better in a pair of trunks than other people. I'm not very good.
I don't think that's true at all. Do you know what? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you won't mind this. Obviously, me and Josh were talking, texting and whatnot. We talked outside of all this, and he had made that comment. And I've seen him wrestle a few times now, and I didn't get that at all. I think he's great. So
I would humbly disagree, and there's probably a lot of people who would agree with me as well.
Well, I'm not one of them. So there you go. But no, I like that though. But I mean, in terms of what I was saying in terms of the Rumble though, I think Io Sky should have won it. I really do, because she has been killing it recently. She's been killing it. There's an argument to be had, I think, at the minute. I don't just mean as a woman. I mean in general. She's arguably the best wrestler in the world. The work she does is fantastic. She never misses. She never or rarely makes any sort of mistake, if there is such a thing as a mistake. She's just she's charismatic as hell. She looks great. I know she's not the biggest, but I believe I'm winning. I believe when she carried that the heavyweight title, the women's world championship. She was great. She was absolutely great. She's got many wins over Rhea, because Rhea obviously, that's another thing about going back to Rhea Ripley. She's not unwilling to do business. You know what I mean? She will if she knows it's going to improve a person or make that match or that story or whatever. You know for much she's going to do.
Because though, mate, it goes back what we were saying. Her losing means absolutely nothing against her character.
Exactly. People love her regardless.
Exactly. She could literally go on look at Corbin. Goes on a 10-month losing streak.
Still love.
And absolutely still one of the most popular people there.
I like him now.
So, but he's another one. He was safe as houses. People used to love working with him.
Big guy as well. Really. What is he, like 6'9" or something? Like, fucking ridiculous.
He's the upper end of 6'4".
He's huge, isn't he? He's massive. So, but he's another great talent, so shout out to him. In terms of the AJ match, obviously you know the result for that one.
Yeah. They're building Gunther.
I don't think AJ's done. Truthfully, I don't. Gunther looks amazing out of this.
Gunther's now done Cena, Goldberg, and AJ.
That's a hell of a resume, isn't it?
I read some last night when it comes to if he does Nakamura, he's retired someone from TNA, WCW, New Japan, and WWE, which would be a proper crown.
That's a hell of
It's a career killer.
That's incredible.
However, if it was, I like Gunther, and I can see why they're building him, but there's still somebody on that card I think would have been better for retirement.
Who?
Orton.
Oh Christ, yeah.
He's a legend killer. You still let him do that until it's time for somebody to beat him. Then Orton. That's how I would have done it. Like this is why I'm not in charge of it.
No, but I like that. Yeah. That's a great.
And if you want to build up him, Gunther then smashes him.
And that's another one.
And then that's it. So he beat all them, and he just destroys them.
Would you have him squash him, would you?
Maybe it's not squash him,
but a quick match.
Definitive more than anything else.
Yeah, I like that.
Definitive more than anything else. But
that's good, that's bread and butter though.
Brock, but I think Brock's now set up to work with Orba.
Oh, what a talent he is.
Sorry,
what
great
team.
He's great team.
So real.
And when he came out, and you're looking at him like, the fact he vacated the title, just as like he's destined
for. Won it and then vacated.
Got it back off Ricky whatever. Starks, Saints.
Saints, whatever the fuck he's
That
called.
guy.
Aye.
Who's not a heavyweight but has a heavyweight title.
Wrestling.
Interesting. So he vacates it and then moves up. So like number one, from a shoot point of view,
Aye.
well, I've won a title here, it's not good enough, I'm getting rid of it. That shows something. For the company to do that to him,
They've got stock in him, haven't they?
wait, mate, he's 6 foot something and 310 pounds.
Is that what he weighs? Jeez.
He's
He is
massive.
huge.
Well, mate, when he stood next to Lesnar,
I looked.
he's the same.
He is.
He's the same stuff.
And he's young and he's talented. I tell you what, mate. Speaking of size, did you see the size of Will Hobbs when he came out? Jesus Christ, I forgot how big that man is. They'll put him like a star.
Yeah, well, there's big guys coming in again. But this is the thing, like, as much as I enjoyed 10 years of Brian, Punk, Adam Cole, all them kind of guys,
Big
great wrestlers, right? But you can't have people like that challenging for heavyweight titles when you have heavyweights.
That's it. You're not going to have Adam Cole beat Brock Lesnar.
No. And then it's a case of, okay, so we will have a, well, if you go with boxing or whatever, light heavyweight or cruiserweight or middleweight title or whatever.
A bit more legitimate.
But actually, it's the top of that division.
Yeah.
It's not a secondary belt.
Yeah.
It's a title for the people who are in that category.
Nobody's going to say to Floyd Mayweather, you're not a legitimate world champion because you're not here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but I also understand you don't want to flood the market with so many belts because then you're in a position like AEW where you've got
30 titles.
50 stupid amounts of definitive titles, which works when you've got territories.
Who is AEW's top champion at the minute?
MJF got it.
Has he?
He won it straight back.
So I didn't watch a lot of...
I don't watch it, but again, I don't actually like wrestling, if I'm honest. I like MJF.
Right.
Character's great.
Yeah.
Working, he's a worker, he is great. The fact he's in character on all his interviews,
WWE.
great. He has to.
He's got to,
He has to, but he's doing it really, really clever.
Yeah.
He's only 25 or 26.
Is he still that young?
Oh,
Christ, right?
Dead young. Well, sorry, I might have had that wrong. Now
I don't think he's 30.
I don't know. I think he's still in his 20s,
right?
right? So he's very cleverly building his stock, right? Until when he does want to leave there, he might get a contract now for 3 million.
Aye.
Okay? Keep doing what you're doing because you'll get a contract for 10 million.
Oh, they want him.
They will want him.
I guarantee they want him now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they want him now. They've got to. How could they not?
Yeah, oh, he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
he's phenomenal.
He is.
And then that would set you up for, like, I mean, let's have it. So you can have, well, I know you've already had it, but Cody MJF.
Yeah.
Cody, I can take or leave, he's born. It's the most vanilla bloke in the world.
My little girl's obsessed with him.
I stand him. My gauge of if I like him is, have I ever been excited for a match of theirs? Have I ever sat and went, ooh, I'll buy that pay-per-view because such and such
Mania
is on?
40 was the only one that I can say for certain. Because I knew it was going to be...
I get to watch the same match as I did last year.
I get that, but I knew it was going to be a big... With The Rock and all of that nonsense, you know what I mean? I knew it was going to be a big thing. But I know what you're saying.
It's the same stick.
He's Hulk Hogan.
Finish the story. My dad, this. It's like, if you can't get over without talking about your father, you're not over. You're using...
Well, he's got the dynasty of his name attached to it, hasn't he? Yeah.
Alright, but like, so again, controversial opinion. What did the Rhodes accomplish? Dusty won the NWA title.
Indeed.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay? And then he booked NXT very, very well.
That's right, he did.
Dustin dressed up as the Sex Pest and touched himself and won the Intercontinental and the Hardcore title and tag titles.
I never made world title, did he?
No. Dusty.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
No.
Anywhere. He might have had some NWA Texas title or something like that.
Right, but like, not like...
No, I don't think
Yeah.
And then Cody had such a huff that he wasn't getting what he wanted. He went and started another company, which he then
never won the title.
Huffed in his own building and came back. Like, granted, there's no saying he's not a good talent. But like, at one point he never even wore knee pads, and that's just weird.
Oh, I can't stand
wrestlers who don't wear knee pads is nonsense.
It's weird, isn't it? It looks very
You look like you put
strange.
your pants and your socks on.
Aye.
And now you just go, you're in your underpants and your socks.
Yeah, I
Put
agree.
your knee pads on, and it at least looks
professional.
Like, you're at least looking like you're going into pancreas or something like that, like a shoot fighting thing. Without that, you're just not dressed.
I don't get wrestlers that don't wear knee pads. It's, do you know what? For all I absolutely love Pete Dunne.
Oh,
It
no,
always
can't, no. Wear your knee pads.
It always bothered me that he never wore knee pads. Always bothered me. I love Pete Dunne.
But his was weird though. He had kick pad covers, but no kick pads. They were just like a long sock.
Oh, did he not wear the kick pad?
I'm sure it was a long sock. Basically, like
he's got a bear tattooed on his knee.
It was like my kick pad covers, but they go over kick pads to make them match me gear.
Right, I get
I'm sure he just wore a sock
that's
right
right, because the stop just
They just stop there, yes. And it's
right.
like, I know you've got a knee tattoo, but like,
It's a cool tattoo.
I'm not gonna lie, it is cool. It's a good tattoo, and
Yeah.
if you're wearing a pair of skinny jeans and that's just popping through,
That's gonna look
that
good.
looks pretty boiled. Put some knee pads on, mate.
Nah,
Go
mate.
with that. Put some knee pads
Oh,
on.
you just took the words out of my mouth. Honestly, I was watching them last night, this morning, well, because I finished it this morning, and I was watching it, I was thinking, fucking hell, just put some fucking knee pads on, man. Honestly, I hate it. I've always hated it. I've always thought it looked so strange. It's like you haven't got all your gear on.
It looks like you have. It looks like I want to be a wrestler, but I can't buy knee pads.
That's it.
Now I'm not saying that I'm good because evidently he's right at the top, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But for me, it just looks weird.
Agree, totally agree.
Really
Always.
weird.
And do you know, you're the only other person I've ever spoken to about this that's agreed with this, because I'm like, well, what's the problem? I'm like, it looked odd. So no, so there you go, wrestlers wear your fucking knee pads because it'll protect your fucking knees.
Aye, that as well.
You know what
If you don't wear your knee pads, you slide in the ring, you skin your knees,
Aye.
and then for about 2 weeks after your matches, you're constantly just going every
You're
time you move.
bleeding constantly
Aye,
as well.
like I've done it before. When was that? I did a run in. It was Iceman.
Oh, was it that
When I did the
match?
Iceman
Right,
thing,
right,
I slid
right.
in the ring. How when I got backstage and I'm like, why do my knees hurt so much? And they were both skinned red raw.
The rapid show, was it?
Because I've slid in too overzealously
Love
and
it.
went like that. Knee pads, man. Just be safety first.
Fucking brilliant.
Safety first.
Awesome. Well, keep him in your mind, keep Iceman in your mind, because at the end of the video, I want you, because you've got a match potentially coming up with him again soon, haven't you? I want to do a little plug at the end of it for you, if you don't mind, but we'll get into that. So,
Oh, you don't know the next match, do you?
Not yet, no. Are you allowed to tell us? On
tell you.
camera?
Not yet.
Off camera, right?
tell you
No,
that.
well,
I'll tell you
Oh, you go, exclusive off camera, but we'll not go into that.
I'll tell you.
But no, I like that. But I mean, in terms of, obviously we spoke off camera, speaking of like, talents and whatnot, you keep saying you're not, you're not at that level and this, that and the other. You've wrestled some recognisable names. Now, obviously, by all means at this point, I just want to offer you the floor. Just tell people who you've wrestled and did you enjoy wrestling those guys, and did you wrestle them more than once, you know what I mean? So obviously to start off, we mentioned, just to get the ball rolling, you wrestled Sabu.
Yeah.
Which is an incredible thing.
Not just Sabu. I wrestled Sabu in Ashington.
Wow.
Where I lived.
Also wrestling in your hometown, which is even
In
better.
the
Yeah,
last show in the World Sports Centre as well.
Wow.
So, aye, that was a mad one.
How did that go then? Was it a hardcore match or a standard match?
Street fight between me, well, it was a hardcore, so me versus Sabu versus Adam Christ.
Right.
Basically the guy who started me with it.
Indeed.
But Adam did hardcore wrestling.
Yeah.
So that was that match. And the mad thing was, bless him, with him not being here now,
Aye, rest in peace, Sabu,
don't
right.
want to say that. But the mad thing with him, so he was X amount from the book,
Right.
double from the lose.
Oh shit. Right.
Which is fair enough, right?
I suppose he's a name.
You're protecting your legacy, right?
He's got to bring people through the door as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And originally the plan was I was going to win.
Right.
Until he dropped the bombshell, no, it's going to be 4 figures. It was like 500 a match.
Fuck me.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
but
Christ.
he's Sabu.
Yeah, that's
So in reality, right, you get...
Nice work if you can get it.
I'm telling you, man, you get 25 people through the door he's paid for.
Yeah,
So
fair enough,
it's not a lot. And me, we pulled in pretty good fucking card on that one anyway. Right, so...
Wish I'd been there.
Venue was weird. It was a sports hall, so it was really big, so the noise didn't travel and everything.
Right.
However, good. Anyway, we did the match, and there was a spot where I'm gonna F5 Sabu onto the drum pins. Christ's gonna break it up.
Right.
Adam was gonna pick me up for the tombstone.
Right.
I was gonna get him on my shoulders from the tombstone and F5 Christ onto it. That went tits up because got Sabu up. He didn't want to take anything near the tax, and he says F5s.
Right.
This is Sabu. I got him up and he put his arm out like this.
No, anyway.
So he hits the floor, hand first.
That's like a front bump, isn't it?
Yeah, he should have just front bumped it. And I did say to him, it's a face buster, it's a front bump. Just flatten out, you will be fine. Because he went, what's that? When I said, so he'll take the
So
F5.
you've never taken it?
Never, he didn't even know what it was, man.
Christ.
So I said to him, give me the F5. He went, what's that? And I went, Brock Lesnar? Yeah. Back bump? No, mate. Front bump. Ah, gotcha. Toodled off to do his own little thing. Him and his lass had a dressing room themselves.
Right.
We were all crammed into a tiny one. Him and his lass was doing whatever. And
Again, I suppose that's fair enough.
cracking on, probably. Fuck, I couldn't have said that.
It makes for moments that I can put his little shorts on. I love it.
So we did the match and he just hit the deck. And instead of doing anything, he just sits up and screams, "Ow, my fucking shoulder!"
He's probably put it out.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know what the fuck to do here. So I'm just stood looking at him like, there's a picture of him with him on the floor and me just going like that.
Oh my God.
Which really actually looked pretty cool.
Could you send me that picture?
If I can find it, yes.
I'll edit it into the video.
I definitely will. He's like,
I love it.
He'll be somewhere. I'll have to
I'll edit it
I'll
into
go
the video.
through all my pictures and
Please,
photos.
thank you.
So the referee we had for the match was this guy Mark, I think he was called, and he was about 6'6".
Fuck
so
me.
the referee's bigger than everybody
By
in the
a tiny
match.
bit as well.
Yeah. Which was weird. And then he's going to me sitting
I've
out.
never seen that.
Oh, you know?
Never seen a
I'll
referee
find
bigger than
he's
you.
huge. I'll find the video footage of the matches there.
Yes, please.
somewhere. It's still not a baked potato, like it's only from 2013 or something.
I did not like the old nowadays, are they crazy?
So he's like sell out. So I'm just sitting shouting and everything at the crowd. That's fucking ACW, dead. Then the match finished, but then afterwards we're backstage and Sabu's just like not talking to us, and I'm like going, pretty sure you
Fucked up.
made that mistake, not me. But then Josh's brain comes back and goes, oh fuck, I killed him. Oh, my career's ruined. I'm so sorry. And I'm apologising profusely to him. I'm sorry. But he did, when he put us through the table, he gave us the face buster through the table and he did pin us and he went, you okay? Thank you, brother. And then the waterworks started after that. So that was a weird one, but that was a big one.
That's amazing, that. Like I say, I only found this out the other day. I was talking to Paul from Rapid. I was having a chat with him the other day. I rang him the other day. And I said, oh, I've got Josh coming on. And he went, ask me about this. And I was just like, fucking right. I didn't even know about it, you know what I mean?
So, what was it? One of the WWE games brought in ECW, whichever that first one was.
I remember that,
right?
yeah.
And there was they had the perks, and when they got blood, and they got mental. And there was a time that me and my sister was playing on it, and we would just batter in front of each other. And with Sabu, and I went and put bath towel on my head. Man, I'm probably about 19 at this age as well. I put bath towel on my head, tied a belt around it, ran back in the room and went like that, and just picked her up and bounced her onto the bed and broke my bed.
Nice.
And she found it funny.
Sounds fucking hilarious,
But then when sorry, when we did it and it got announced she'd moved away to uni by then, she was living like right bottom in the country.
Oh, Christ.
But when the match got announced, she sent us a custom card of Moonpig and it was like, Sabu works for the council. Sabu is a shithouse. Just loads of crap like that. But it was just the fact that Sabu works for the council.
That's fantastic.
So that was really funny. Because I've got it. I should have brought the file. Next time, show.
I hope to have you on again, definitely.
I'll bring it. We'll go through everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've got like a scrapbook of when I was in the paper about that one.
Oh, were you?
I was working in a software company at the time, and the headline they used was "Software Hard Enough," which I thought was
great fucking headline.
not bad.
That's a great fucking headline. You know, just a little sidetrack there. What does your employer think about you being like a wrestler? I take it they know.
We sponsored me flights to go out to Europe, so
It must be alright with it.
I found the T-shirt. At one point, I had sponsorships,
Right.
and the biggest one was me coming employer.
That's fucking great. So they're on board, because I can imagine certain employers these days, especially if the wrestler's a deathmatch wrestler, for example, you know what I mean? They come back in, they cut the fucking ribbons, through,
Yeah.
whatever bumps they take, and Christ almighty. I imagine a lot of them, especially if you're a forward-facing employer in terms of dealing with the public. I can imagine a lot of people there might be like, you can't fucking do this. You know what I mean?
Like if I've had a rough match and I'm a bit battered, obviously we'll not be sending us on these site visits.
Oh yeah.
But no, as long as it doesn't interfere, and if we need, the good thing is there's times where I work with Tim.
Right. Of course, yeah. You were saying,
so if there's times on there, we've left work early.
Right.
Put a half day in, or we need to bail at 3 o'clock on Friday, and he's up to date with when he's there, champion, and we'll kind of travel somewhere.
Right, I like it. Well, I saw Tim
pretty good.
put on with Stephen Coulson. Thomas
was
Blood.
up at W3,
Scotland yesterday, wasn't it? I saw that. Speaking of which, Tim, we'll get you on here eventually, and obviously Thomas will get you on as well.
I will say for Tim as well, right? So Tim is a knobhead, but he is actually a really nice guy. So that was so go back. Where are we now? 26. So we'll go back 2 years.
Right.
This isn't a sob story, so you don't have to do the thing of I'm sorry, because it's really weird when people do that. So basically, my mum died.
I am.
So my mum died.
My dad not that long ago, a few years ago as well, so I understand, mate.
And I was booked to be working in Scotland on the Saturday night.
Right.
And I cancelled it, obviously.
Understandable, yeah.
She was getting worse and worse and didn't go. Anyway, I would come back, I wasn't booked on this W3L show.
Right.
Never worked for them until Tim through the weekend went, right, you'll come on me at the weekend. I'm going to drive to yours, you're going to drive up because I ain't doing it. I've got the hotel booked for you're working the Saturday and you're working the Sunday, and then we'll travel back.
Oh, wonderful.
And I was like, why? He went, we just need to get away. So the fact that he though went to the
set all that up.
He went to Mike Musso up at W3L. Thank you for listening to Tim on that one. Put us on, and I won both my matches.
Awesome.
So I had I had an unbeaten week.
Is that like a good pick me up for you though?
Yeah.
I know it's not going to make everything better, but you know what I mean.
You know what I was saying about you stop being one person, you get being
Indeed.
another.
Yeah.
Cavaro's mum hadn't just died.
Fair point.
So I just got, as selfish as that is, I just got to go.
And
Grieving son hat off, wrestler hat on for 2 days.
Right.
And it was nice. It was nice.
For want of a better term, a bit of normality.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
The man is kind of normality, but at the
100%
same time,
definitely.
yeah.
I mean, it's one. Hers was a weird. Not to get too personal. Hers was weird. She had cancer and it was on for a while.
Right.
So you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Didn't make it any
Still
easier when it got here.
My dad was ill for 3 years, bedridden for 3 years, so I understand. No.
Didn't make it easier when it got here. Didn't make it any better to just go, oh well.
There's nobody would wake up from that and go, aye, tough. Innit?
Exactly.
That's not going to happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So no, I think, ironically, you're probably talking to someone who understands that probably better than a lot of people, because as I say, my dad was ill for 3 years. Obviously, we don't want to get too serious into this, but he was ill for 3 years.
Yeah.
Barely got out of bed for 3 years. And when he did finally pass away, it still did us like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because how could it not?
Oh, it's horrible.
Mummy or dad at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Horrible. I mean, 32 burying your mother's not what you should be doing.
No.
But it's life.
It is. It moves on, exactly. That's the sad part.
While we're on her, speaking of her actually, that was one of the hardest things for getting back into wrestling, because she came to.
Did she really?
She was my biggest fan.
So was it strange when she wasn't there?
I've wrestled once at MEW since she went, and it's really weird how I'm not sitting in the place to sign.
Did she all sit in the same place?
Basically, next to the, if you ever go to a new show, we've got the entrance stage here, rings here. Next to where the DJ booth is, there's a bit. She always sat there.
Awesome.
Dan Fitch would move people who sat there so she could sit there. And she always won the fucking raffle. Every single time, huh?
You can't say no, because how many did you win?
Well, my lass is coming over now.
How many did you fucking win at that show?
Oh, mate, we were laughing because my lass was like, I bought the tickets and then she started winning them. And I was like, I can't, my mother's still fucking here. Like.
For anybody who wasn't at that show, the first show that we did at Cramlington for Rapid Action Wrestling, he won the main prize and had to make up an angle on the spot that he cheated to win it and had to give it to somebody else.
Why do I want a picture of myself?
As I say, it was the same fucking pose of himself.
But no fucking boxes of the country.
Exactly, remember that? Fucking hell. I had kid had to make it up on the fly. I know I cheated. I remember that. Fucking hell. But no, I mean, obviously, just in terms of carrying on the trend, if you don't mind, who else in terms of obviously bigger names, if you will, that you are established names, I think is a better term.
So I've been in 6-man matches with Flip Gordon from Ring of Honor, Joseph Connors, and Joe Coffey, who's NXT and NXT UK.
Joe Coffey's quality, yeah, he's quality.
Aldous,
Yeah,
when he
Aldous.
was Magnus, he wrestled him in a 6-man tag. He just lost the TNA heavyweight title.
So was that prior? That was when he was TNA NWA, wasn't it?
No, it was TNA before he went to NWA.
Oh right,
He
sorry,
lost the
very,
title,
very.
and he was over here for a bit.
Right.
We worked with him. I should have really thought about this on.
To be honest
I'm
with you,
not
this
going
is
to.
down to me because, like I said, I don't do
Sorry.
a lot of research because I like to just
Yeah.
natural on it.
But the best one of my favourite one was Grado.
Great.
So I had the first match with Grado, I had a 1-on-1. He beat us, as he do. Second match, I tagged with Grado against the original New Age clique, which was Renfrew and BT Gunn.
Awesome. BT Gun as well, yeah.
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 Pezzled me all over in that match.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome, yeah.
And then being me, because I'm a character not nice, was good match. Tell you what, hey, Iron Brew, you like the Iron Brew, give him the Iron Brew. Have that, you set it up.
Love it.
And it's set up for me versus him in what was called a Top Knot versus Bumbag match.
Nice.
It's basically a lucha match, and I'm 0-1 in it because I lost. So the gimmick was, he had his Bumbag, I had my Top Knot.
Right.
And yeah, 10 to 12-year-olds gave me the nickname Top Knot Wanker. So I got t-shirts made with it.
Did you?
Oh, they were great.
Awesome.
I did like 15 of them and they sell out just gone. I wish this is at a time when t-shirt printing wasn't as widely available either.
Right.
I had to go to the Granger market and he was charging us like 14 quid a t-shirt. And I was only selling them for 15, so I was only making
Need
a
money
quid
on
off that. But they were there. Now, like with, one of mine with Just a Plug and Wayne, Unforgettable Vision, he does deals in that where you like 7-8 quid a t-shirt. You're getting like 50 of them. And then,
Well, that's it. So you just get them in bulk.
they're mint. You just gotta like.
Well, I've bought a few of the lads' t-shirts. I'll get one off yourself actually, because I've got one of.
Got any more? Get some more.
Yeah, get some more.
New designs.
Joe Biggs, I've got his.
Yeah.
Joseph Biggs, I've got a couple
Biggs.
from Matty. I've got a new one to pick up from Terry from Matty actually, which I haven't seen him get yet, but I'll sort that. Ryan Rood.
Yeah.
And the quality
Yeah.
of these shirts are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
They really are.
But I mean, look at Pro Wrestling Tees in Chicago. They made fortunes.
Oh God, aye.
Just by you've got the thing there, and it's just the digital printing. So they just open it up the rosters. Yeah, we'll do it.
Well, they do a lot with the books and that, didn't they? They did.
Yeah, and then made fortunes, and then 1 hour teas and stuff like that. They made loads. So anyway, went on to have the match with Grado where he beat us and cut me top knot off in the ring.
Nice.
And I've still got. I'll bring it. You can superimpose it into there. I'll send you the picture of it.
Yes, I will put it in there.
I've still got the top knot
Awesome.
because he launched it into the crowd.
Right.
And someone afterwards come up to us when my hair was out.
I was gonna say,
it was out.
yeah.
Come up to us and went, I think you might want that. And I was like, oh, cheers, mate, thank you. And it was ice, so it's
The fact that you got that back, you wouldn't. A lot of crowds you would never see that again.
it's
You know?
worthless though, man. What are they going to
You'd be
do? We've got
fucking
some
surprised.
fat lad from Newcastle's top knot.
Give him a
around.
Yeah, I read a story once. There's a woman out there's got Elvis Presley's wart. So yeah, people want weird shit. Man, you know what I mean? So you'd be surprised, but no, Grado. I mean, obviously he's one of those names who I don't think he's never been in WWE. Grado, has he?
No. Did TNA.
Did TNA. That's right.
Is an entertainer. That's where his shit
He's
is.
perfect. Aye.
He's well. When they booked me against them, they were saying, "Oh, putting against Grado." I was like, I don't know who that is.
A lot of people wouldn't know
They
who he
went
is.
out because I didn't follow British
The
wrestling.
likes of ICW and things like that, you'd be massive up there.
Oh,
wouldn't you? Yeah.
So, but then they went have a look, and I watched these videos where he's like he's taking the piss out of the guy who was on the Terry Funk film on the trampoline with the weights. I don't do flips, I don't do anything, I just do this. And then I watched it, and yeah. So I mean, he's done really well for himself by getting in with. He was in with Jarrett and.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he wrestled him or something like that. It was something to
I
do.
didn't really follow TNA that closely, I have to be honest.
I did at one point when X Division was in, Petey Williams.
Amazing Red and people like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I did then actually.
Tomko as well. I thought Tomko was brilliant.
That's right, he was in there, wasn't he?
If he managed to not stick loads of drugs in himself, but
Yeah.
that ain't that the case for all of it, really. So,
No comments.
so
I'll give you that, but no, great. Oh, I'd love to have, if you ever see this, you probably won't, but come on, mate, I'd love to have you on at Women.
I want a third match with you as well, mate. Actually,
There you go. We'll set it up there.
I want that third one.
I'm trying to put together a show, so maybe we could get you on for that. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. Wrestling shows are not as cheap as I thought they might be.
No, they're not.
Jesus
No,
fucking
they're not.
Christ. Even just the rental of the bloody ring and things, mate, honestly. But no, I mean, in terms of, do you have a favourite opponent that you've ever been in against? Somebody you like to work, or somebody you don't like to work, maybe?
Krieger.
Right?
Up in Scotland,
Right.
Krieger.
So you good to work, is he?
Krieger is basically Scotland's Kevin Nash.
Wow, right.
He's over in Crammy. He's over in Canada now.
Right.
But every time I wrestled Krieger, it was easy.
Wow.
But he's taller than me. Maybe he's not as muscular, but same size.
Right.
So me and him, when we worked each other, because it was basically when I was in the knack and he was in with Lou King Sharp.
Yeah.
Drew and Lou paired off because they were better workers.
Right.
Well, Drew was better than me.
Right.
And I went with Krieger because we could just wallop each other.
And do you find working with somebody like that a lot easier, I think?
I personally could, so I can't do much, I can't remember much.
Right.
When I started, I used to be able to go, oh, I'll do this, all the way through, and I'd remember everything,
Aye.
20-minute matches. Whether it is a combination of old age, hits to the head, or substance abuse through the years, because I wasn't great with that in a past life.
Right.
I can't remember huge amounts of matches.
Wow, right, okay.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with that.
No,
This is
it's
why
very honestly, I
that's why
like
the
this.
hardcore wrestling is perfect for me now, because majority of the matches is brawl,
Do you call it on the fly, mate?
finish,
Right.
couple spots.
Is that what you prefer now?
Man. Plus as well, with it being bigger, I ain't got the fitness to go.
Stamina would be a big thing if you're a big dude.
I mean,
That's the point, isn't it?
18 stone at the moment. You're lucky if you can do, 15 minutes of effectively burpees.
Right.
Which is wrestling.
That's fair
Down,
enough, isn't it?
up,
Yeah,
down.
that's a good point,
right?
mate. Christ,
So
that.
do 20 burpees, then do another 20 burpees, because you don't really get that. And then if
Aye.
you do get rest, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds is actually a long time.
Does it help? If you get like a rest hold in a match, does it genuinely
Yes,
help?
you need
Right.
it. Yeah. But my rest holds was me normally trying to remember what's next, so I forgot to breathe.
Oh,
So I was still
basically.
So I can't do it. But when it was with Krieger, we like literally would plan spots and like same as last time. Yeah. But I knew if he was running towards me a certain way, they were gonna hit us with a
So you
boot.
got used to reading his body language.
Yeah.
And whatnot, yeah.
And it was easy.
Right.
And then because of the way, so you get different levels. Some people are really soft when they touch each other. It's
I've noticed that being more closely involved
Yeah.
of recent times. I have noticed that. Yes.
So I've got a theory. The more further north you go, the stiffer you get.
Right. Okay.
Because the Scots absolutely wedge you.
Aye.
They're very
I've been to a
snug.
couple of ICW shows over the years.
They're very snug to work, but I like that.
Aye.
Me and Tim have got the saying, I want to feel it today, not tomorrow.
Fair enough.
But how can I sell a different missus? Because
That's
if
fair,
I'm not
fine.
aware you've done it,
Aye.
that's me going, huh? But that little,
point, aye.
that dig like there makes us go, so I can
So
actually
you do like a
over
reaction.
embellish.
Yeah.
Krieger was bang on perfect. There was enough impact that he would hit you with something where
You knew you'd be
I
hit.
knew if I could be hit so I can react to it. But also at the same time, next day I woke up and I was like, did I wrestle yesterday?
So that's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's just perfect. But he knew, and stealing this line from other people, right? But he knew what his role was, his job was, but he also knew what his job wasn't.
Fair enough.
And he just did every single thing perfectly.
Right.
So
That's what you want, though, isn't it?
yeah, and he's solid. He went over to Canada. He's already got like 3 belts over in Canada.
Fucking hell, right?
But he
Okay.
deserves them.
Right. So he's working hard out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and just as a person, he's just look. I drove up to where were we? Somewhere near Glasgow
Right.
on a Friday after work to get there. And when I got up there, we got paid and that, and there was a problem with it. They hadn't put me travel expenses in.
Right.
And I wasn't that much. I was like, I'll get them. And he's coming up with his wallet going, look, you take that, I'll see him first. I'm going, mate.
It's a good person,
But he
isn't
is.
it?
He's a really good
That's
person.
what you want, yeah.
He even would say things like, look, mate, next time you're coming up, do you not just want to stop the mine to save you having to drive back?
Fair point, isn't it?
And it was like, I didn't want to intrude.
I'm like that, mate. I feel it. I'm like that way.
That was the biggest thing for me, is travel. I hate wrestling, travel.
Do you?
And when it started, I used to be like, I'll go anywhere, I'll do this. Norwich 5 hours, Scotland 3.5 hours, off to...
Different because you've got a family now, though, isn't it?
Well, and I like, as much as I love doing the Malmo shows in Sweden, leave Blythe 4 in the morning to get to Scotland for Edinburgh for 7. Park the car, get in the airport, get through, you're about 8 o'clock.
Right.
Fly 8:15, I'm not getting there till 11:30.
Wow.
Then I'm in Copenhagen, I've got to get a train across to Malmo, so then I'm getting to Malmo at about 1, and then I'm not doing anything until the show.
Yeah.
Which is fine though, because you're with other people and
fair enough.
Show finishes, it's 14 hours till the flight.
Fuck me, so you're just standing around.
Well, you either go and pay a stupid amount of money because everything is so expensive in Sweden.
I've never been, but I've heard.
Yeah, I spent the equivalent of £40 on 2 energy drinks and a pack of ham. A pack of chicken, sorry.
40 quid.
It was £39 something when it came out. But the problem is, man, you're over there and they go, so 386 krona, and I ain't bother because it's monopoly money.
Yeah,
you don't know the conversion
No.
till you get internet signal and it pops up to say
You just spent 40
you've
quid.
spent £40 and you can. I mean, it doesn't get much further in the UK at the moment, right? But still.
Anybody does.
And then as of them were luckily Copenhagen train stations 24 hours.
Indeed.
So you're at this place and this place and whatever.
I imagine there's places you can go and eat and chill.
Yes.
Aye.
So that's not bad. But the last time I went over myself.
Right.
So I got there and then I tried to change my flight to the early flight and I had time. And they said, yeah, that's fine. I got to the airport and they went, oh, sorry, somebody who on the standby list got ahead of you. You're on the morning flight again. So I was literally a 14-hour flight in Copenhagen. So I went as far through the airport as I could get. It was about 2/3 of the way through before thingy. But like past me boarding and whatnot. And I just found a bench. But the problem is the benches have all got the...
Well, they're made not to be slept on, aren't they? Aye, that's the point.
So I managed to wiggle myself into it. And I was like, I'm flat. Looked up, speaker above us.
Oh.
Every 45 seconds, ding dong, announcement.
So you weren't getting any sleep.
Oh, it was awful. And then you get on the... So I'm like, get in, flight here, champion. That's 3 hours. And then I'm like, well, 3 hours and I'll be home. No. Still got to drive back 3.5 hours.
Oh, Christ, I need to go back to Scotland.
So I'm driving back, like, eyes like sheep's fannies. You know when you are so tired that your eyes are hot and cold at the same time?
So you've got no eyes.
Yes, you can't keep them open. You're like, nothing is registering anymore. Because by that time you've probably been awake 36 hours.
Oh, I've done that before.
And then you just pounding energy drinks. There was one time, the first one I got back, and I was so sore. Right. It was in the middle of summer.
Oh.
I got there, I was massively dehydrated by the time I got to Malmo, and I was just cramping constantly.
Oh, God.
The minute I went out, I jumped off the top rope from the entrance and pulled both my calves.
Oh,
and I hit the phone, and you can see...
Before the match?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before the main event,
Jesus
against
Christ.
one of their bigger guys, one of the Sebs.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But then come back. So anyway, I got home. My last Charlotte, bless her, shout out you, I love you. She'd run us a bath. She had food waiting for us. And she was just doing a massage course at the time.
Right.
Because I put the bag there in her hair.
Aye.
You should be Miss.
Yes, well, you need that. First to my missus.
Put her in there. And she was like, going live, and she was like, doing me back. She did me legs, and I can't remember doing this because I woke up 14 hours later. And she was like, yeah, you just passed out and I left you. So I left you in the middle of the bed, starfished. I came up to bed, and you were still in the middle of the bed, starfished. She said, so I went downstairs. I was like, I'm really sorry. She was like, no, it's fine. I could hear you snoring from upstairs.
14 hours
I slept for 14 hours. I was unconscious, mate. But I was just so tired.
Fucking hell.
But my voice as well, like this is what happens when I get run down for some reason.
Right.
So after Malmo, it was worse. So I'm waking up the next morning going, yeah, I'm alright. Like, it was just, I had such a bad feeling of it. But it's all the recycled air.
Makes
and
sense.
then you get sick because, well, it's the Danish air plus all the other germs from everywhere else.
Stuff you're not used to.
Basically,
aye.
So I was a mess.
Oh my
That's the
God.
thing that puts us off as a travel.
Is it?
I wouldn't mind it now, yeah, but I turned bookings down now.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of them, a couple of companies reach out and say like, oh, I see that you're back, so this goes to a next one. And I'm like, nah.
Really?
If it's not the northeast now, I just can't be bothered with it.
That's fair enough.
I don't like to travel.
You weren't my show if I can get it off the ground then, yes?
Yeah,
That'd
sure.
be lovely.
Yeah. So anything that's like, I mean, the Blythe ones are perfect because it's like probably spit on the
From
menu
the
from the
corner
red
from-
and
yeah,
win
yeah,
that.
that's it,
And the Crammy ones is fine. Ashen I'll always do because it's Ashen. But like once I'm starting to cross the river, I'm like, is this what I want to do? Once it's more than an hour's travel, I'm like, absolutely no chance for it. Sorry.
That's
It's
fair
just
enough.
not for me anymore.
You made a good point before you were saying about age. Your priorities change as you get older, I think, anyway. Personally, I know they have for me.
Yeah.
Especially, excuse me, I'm burping there. Especially with having young children, which you've got a young daughter. I've got 3 daughters, you know what I mean? Everybody who, I mention them constantly, I never shut up with them. But I mean, in terms of wrestling, do you still enjoy wrestling generally, though, like performing? Do you still like working?
Yeah.
As long as it's
this is where I say this. What do you think it is? As long as it's on my terms and my
That's fair
terms
enough, but
are
why
like,
shouldn't it be on your terms?
I don't have to travel. I pretty much got to pick every one of me opponents on this one. So why Paulie's giving us this treatment, I'm not going to turn it down. I ain't got a clue why, because there's not.
Despite what he says.
Yeah, there's much more deserving people than me for spots like this. I even said this to Chrissy when he was for Valor. When they put us in the New Age clique, I said, mate, there's about 50 more deserving people than me for this.
They obviously didn't agree with you.
We didn't agree. So that went whatever way it went. But still, you've got to be. So my thing is, I got very cocky quickly.
Right.
And thought, I don't need to train anymore, I'm really good. Just got start drinking, start doing all that stuff, and really effed a lot of things up.
Oh, did you? Right.
Oh yeah, burnt a lot of bridges and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't think I would have been a superstar, but I think I would have gone a lot further if I had actually put the effort in at the younger age.
Right.
Not done a lot of things that I did, not said a lot of things that I'd said.
Right.
But
Benefit of hindsight though,
well, of course, and all of it now is built because let's say I had done very well and I'd been one of the people who got signed to NXT UK, okay, or even NXT or something like that, okay.
Yeah.
Very unlikely, well, probably impossible, but could have happened.
You never know.
I wouldn't be here, so I wouldn't have met Charlotte. Harper and me wouldn't happen.
I do that,
all
play
these
what
things.
could have happened.
Oh, it's all the butterfly
effect.
So I think you're exactly where you're meant to be at the time you're meant to be it.
I'll agree with that.
Whether it's good or bad, it's all for a reason.
Because we wouldn't be sitting here now.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Like what happens? I could have went to America. Okay, so I'm over there. Could have stopped wrestling. Okay, I could have then become a chiropractor.
Indeed.
And now I'm based in Florida.
And now never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fair.
So all of these things put you there. Would I change it? Absolutely not.
I like that. There's
I'm
no point
happy
living
now.
there's no point living with regrets. You can't change now anyway.
Listen, I don't like wrestling fans. The majority of them are.
Present company accepted.
The majority of them. So some of them who are fans who actually understand how the business works and that it's not real.
Yeah.
Mint. But the ones who...
Well, that's why I think I've been... Sorry, just to interrupt you there. I think that's why I've been invited in and welcomed, because I understand that it's just a fucking laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the ones who think it's real, and the neckbeards, and the ones who don't shower, and then the ones who...
We all know them.
...think that they are part of the business.
Yeah.
The biggest pet peeve I've got is, I went on and it was something... What was it? It was a video all about CM Punk, win the World Heavyweight.
Right.
Oh my God, Phil, you my boy, can't believe you've done this.
Phil.
You have a look, and it's someone from Alaska.
Yeah.
So...
Who he's never met.
Who you've never met. You don't know these people.
Not to call him Phil.
Not to do that, no. You don't know him as Phil.
I wouldn't call him Phil.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just...
He was in Newcastle a couple of weeks ago walking down the quayside, and I wouldn't even have approached
Was he?
him. Yeah, did you not see the video?
No!
Walking down the front of the quayside.
Oh, I think me and Phil would be
You and Phil would be best mates, and like Josh and Phil forever. But you know the time front across from the restaurants and that. Nice back there.
Oh God, yeah, I wish I'd... Oh well. No, actually I didn't, because I probably would have got...
I'll tag you in the video. I'll send you the video.
You probably would have done a restraining order or something.
Right, you know, the show.
Like, what I think, I don't show them a picture of us and go, look, I'm a shit version of you, mate. No, when you got a chest tattoo and I got a chest tattoo.
He'd have told you to fuck off. I think that's kind of
you know when you wrap your hands up here for no reason, and so do I.
Because I love you. Just before we'll move on from that, before we get a fucking restraining order on the boat. Just out of interest, obviously you work as a heel, and you know you're such. Like I said earlier, you're such a nice fella. You wouldn't think you were a bad guy, as it were. You know what I mean? If anybody doesn't know, heel, bad guy. Do you like working as a heel, or have you ever worked as a face?
Yeah,
you have. Yeah,
despise it.
Yeah.
So I'm polite. I'm not. You know, I always say I'm probably not. I'm polite.
You've always been very nice to me.
Talk to people.
We get on, so
but I don't like the majority of people.
Same.
So my normal go-to is fuck off. But as a heel, I get to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, looking at us, right? I'm not a bodybuilder, and I'm not a high class of like peak physical thing, right? However, put us in a normal main street, and I'm probably I'll stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, put us in a wrestling environment. On the fan side of it versus me, I'm probably physically above it.
Right.
Therefore, they don't like that.
Fair enough.
Because either, I don't like you, or my lass is looking at you, or whatever. They don't like that. So I might as well play on that.
Well, why not?
The point is to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And if I then get to satisfy this urge that I have to just tell people to fuck off.
I'm like,
constantly.
I wish I had that outlet sometimes, you know what I mean?
Fucking don't want, leave us alone. And I get to scream at people, and I get to pick fights with kids,
Yeah.
knowing that nothing can come back on us.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There's not another environment in life you can have no repercussions, is there, to be fair?
Where else could I'm trying to think. When I wrestled Ryan Ace.
Yeah.
Give me another situation where I could pull the fake leg off a man who blew his legs off in the army.
Oh, you told me about this.
Use them in a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And not get
arrested.
lynched.
They're arrested, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember you told me about that. I've not seen that. But anybody who doesn't know, this guy wanted to be involved, and they were like, he's like, use me leg. So they did. Yes. I've heard this story, I've not seen the footage, but I've heard it from...
I'll find the fire, I'll send it, but
Well, I've heard it from two different perspectives now, because Ryan told us about it, and now you've told us about it.
So when we planned that, so the guy's called Chris Middleton Legs.
Right.
He's a WBC adaptive boxer.
Oh, is he?
Right?
Yes. Right.
So basically he's a wheelchair boxer.
I didn't know that.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Right.
He's also a scuba diver instructor. He's a lot of
quite an
other
exceptional human being.
He's definitely not a dance instructor or football.
You probably
he's also one of my best mates.
Right.
And the way I met him was I walked into a pub and he just started saying, he just randomly went, "You're shit, Tyson Fury." So I went, "Calm down, RoboCop." And then me and him was just pals, straight away, like that.
I love introductions like that though, because it's
just the fact he did it randomly, because I'm thinking to myself, can't I be laying on with a kid with no legs?
I'm going to end up, how do I explain this?
Exactly, how good is it? You're up again in the courts for hitting someone.
Well, the thing is, it's a no-win situation, because if you batted him,
I'm the guy who's batted a guy in a wheelchair.
Or you know, chin by a guy. You know what I mean? There's a no-win situation there, isn't there? You know what I mean?
But we've sat on nights out and like parties and stuff, planned stuff like that. So at one point we had the idea I was just going to lawn dart him at somebody.
Nice. And he was up for that?
He was like, he's not. Man, we've been out before. He would take his legs off and crawl around the floor.
Oh, Christ. Is he a double amputee?
Double amputee.
Oh,
one
wow,
above,
just one
leg.
leg.
One above, one below. His main party trick is he would be sitting like this talking to you. Normally wears shorts, but he had his pants on and he'd go, okay. Seen this? And just pull his leg up like that.
And people didn't
so
know.
his knee would bend that way.
Oh,
and then
anyway.
When Newcastle won the League Cup, it was disgusting. We drank beer out his leg. It was, like...
that was a good day.
Oh, man. I took
day.
his legs off him in a pub once because he was being a knob.
Right.
So I just went, you can have these back when you stop being a dick. And we went and sat on the other side of the pub, and it took him a good couple minutes to shuffle around, and we just went to the other side again until he said, "I'm sorry, I went, I didn't have your legs back."
Nice. He is his friend, by the way.
He's one of
get
the
offended by this.
best mates. But if you have a look on him, he blew. He was in Afghan
Right.
a couple of days before his 21st.
Oh,
set
my
a
God.
landmine.
He's not going to be alive then.
Well, he is. The first says when he walked in the hospital, the first thing he did was check to see his cotton bars was still there.
And I take it is fine.
I don't know, really. I'm not that good friends with them.
I tell you what, the man, like in his leg just goes, I hope it's fine. I hope it's fine. You know,
we blew half his yolly off, missing fingers and everything.
oh God, so he was really
Oh, he was
severe,
like 15 foot, yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, well, shout out, mate. I'm glad to see
Yeah,
you.
he's good. Well, he's really good. I mean, if you have a look at him, he was on BBC News and everything. He's done some.
I've probably seen him.
Probably done some good stuff, like.
Excellent, excellent. Right, well, I think we're nearly done. So before we do, I just want to plug, because obviously Rapid Action Wrestling got shows coming up in the next couple of months. 14th of March, I'm announcing the show. Josh is on the show. I'm not sure who you're wrestling yet. Who are you wrestling?
I'll tell
Have
you.
you been announced?
It hasn't been announced.
Is this the one you can't tell us on camera? Then we'll not say anything.
You won't.
Mint. Absolutely mint. Big match coming up. You will love this. Keep an eye. 14th of March at
Cronin
Social Club. Like I say, I should know that. I'm announcing the show, so I should know that. But you also have an ongoing program or feud with Iceman, who you won the hardcore Rapid Action title from.
Yep.
So when is the follow up to that? Or is that still in the works?
When I want it to be.
When
really.
you want it to be. Yeah.
I've got that. He hasn't, and he wants it back.
Indeed.
Now, one thing about Iceman, right? Samoa Joe, Necro Butcher, Tim Strange, various other guys, all these people he's wrestled and he's beat, right? Not taking any of that away from him, but he made one mistake on the last show. I took the belt and he went, he didn't even know my name.
Oh.
And that's his fault, because he didn't know my name. He didn't know.
Does now.
Well, he does now, but he didn't know what to expect. So,
Right.
I've got I've got my belt now.
Indeed, it's your title now.
I know. I've got my defence. I've already defended it once. I've got the one on the 14th of March against who I've got it against when that comes out.
Which will be
good.
Fantastic. So,
Whenever
Give it to you.
Iceman decides is the right time, or whether I decide is the right time, we'll do it. But that's not going anywhere. That's staying with me.
you heard it here first. But yeah, get your tickets. 14th of March, Cronin Social Club, Rapid Action Wrestling. It's going to be a hell of a show. I cannot wait. I wish I could say, because it is going to be one hell of a show. It'll be one hell of a match. But right, thank you, Josh, for coming on, mate. It's been a pleasure. I hope we'll do it again. Thanks for tuning into the Wrestling Report. I've been Stephen Fairbairn. Cheers.